Sunny day here in eastern KELOLAND. We have partly cloudy skies in western South Dakota, and those clouds will slide across us overnight. Nothing's coming out of those clouds. It'll keep our temperatures a little on the mild side. 24 the low Sioux Falls, 19 Aberdeen, 20 Pierre, 21 in Rapid City. Tomorrow, a very pleasant start to the weekend. We'll have a partly cloudy sky, warming to 43 Sioux Falls, 33 Aberdeen, 39 in Pierre, 42 degrees in Rapid City. Temps about the same on Sunday, that we will have thicker clouds and it could be a couple shots of light snow, mainly western and northern South Dakota. We'll talk about that and look ahead to Thanksgiving week in just a few minutes. KELOLAND News First at 4 starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News First at 4.
Coming up, we're going to hear from U.S. Senator Mike Rounds about legislation to get rid of the Department of Education.
Plus, how snowfall in Minnesota is keeping body shops busy.
And we're going to take you to Minnesota Equestrian Center that was partially destroyed by a fire. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. Senator Mike Rounds is proposing legislation to do away with the U.S. Department of Education. It's called the Returning Education to Our States Act.
The move falls in line with President-elect Donald Trump's promise to eliminate the Department of Education, which was formed back in 1979.
But they get the opportunity to use the funds where they see fit. In addition to that, we've also made sure that the special ed programs and so forth that all of the schools participate in would still be there, but they would be handled through a different department.
Round says under his plan, the state of South Dakota and the tribes should get the same amount of federal dollars that they've been getting.
2 people were arrested after a report of gunshots in Ulrich, South Dakota last night. The Fall River County Sheriff's Office says it happened outside the Black Hills Saloon just before 7 o'clock. Deputies on scene found shell casings. Witnesses told authorities that the people had left in a pickup. The pickup was later found and the 2 were arrested. Authorities say no injuries were reported and there's no threat to the public.
For the 5th time this year, a truck has been damaged by the train bridge in Pierre. Police were called to the bridge for a crash around 7 o'clock last night. Authorities say that the FedEx truck pulling 2 trailers was heading north on Pierre Street when the first trailer hit the bridge. The driver tried to back up, causing damage to the truck. Pierre police shut down the road for just under an hour so crews could remove the truck and the trailers. There was no apparent damage to the bridge. That has to be the most solid bridge ever built in America.
We need to find out how that bridge was constructed.
I don't know who the engineers were for that, but yeah, good job there.
Well, you know, I was so busy in the newsroom today, I didn't even step outside to see what the weather was like.
It's not too bad out there, Jay.
Your loss, Kelly. It has been sunny with hardly any wind. The temperatures have been mild. We don't have that many of these. I mean, winter's coming after all. Right now in Sioux Falls, we are, well, close to normal for this time of year. 42 degrees at the present time in Sioux Falls. South breeze just very light at 5 miles an hour. And we do have just a few high, thin clouds out there. The clouds are thicker in western South Dakota, and they'll slide across KELOLAND tonight. In Aberdeen, sun is setting. You see those high cirrus clouds off in the distance. 36 degrees. Northern South Dakota is much cooler than in the south. Pierre also at 42 degrees. And you see the setting sun on the right-hand side of your picture. And in Rapid City, you also see the sunset over the Black Hills. 47 degrees. Southwestern South Dakota is the warmest spot again today. In fact, Pine Ridge is at 60 and Custer's at 51. So, I mean, we're not doing too bad here in eastern KELOLAND. As I said, 42 degrees is our normal high for this time of year in Sioux Falls. Overnight tonight, we'll see those clouds passing through. Overnight low in Sioux Falls, 24, 19 Aberdeen, 20 in Pierre, and 21 in Rapid City. And then for your Saturday, just a gentle easterly breeze and with a partly cloudy sky, 43 in Sioux Falls. So about what we had today. Aberdeen 33, Pierre 39, Rapid City 42 degrees. Now we will have some thicker clouds coming through on Sunday, and we could have some light snow showers western, central, northeastern South Dakota. Not Sioux Falls, but the other places could have a few light snow showers. We'll take a look at that, and we'll take a peek at next week with your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we look forward to it. Thanks a lot, Jay. Hundreds of Minnesotans made last night's commute in a rental car. The state's first snowfall of the season created hundreds of crashes. Adam Duxter with our CBS affiliate in Minneapolis shares the damage and a word of advice from experts.
Call it a snow time surge. The only thing making more noise than the impact wrench at Matt's Automotive is the foam.
It's kind of like an onslaught. It tends to usually be about 40 to 50% more than what we usually get whenever it starts to snow.
And those numbers, nothing compared to the 631 crashes in Minnesota Wednesday. One every 2 minutes in 17 seconds. And Wednesday, someone got hurt in a crash every 25 minutes.
I feel like for a lot of people going through summer, they tend to lose any winter driving readiness that they've had.
It was kind of a rude awakening.
Even State Patrol
Last year we had such a mild winter.
says is a problem.
It almost seems like maybe people forgot the tips for driving safely in the wintertime.
At Matt's in Northbridge, techs say now is the time to make the call for winter tires if you haven't already.
A lot of people, they're really not prepared. They might have just got rid of their winter tires that they had because they thought they wouldn't need them.
A quick swap, cheaper and less time consuming than the alternative the next time the snow falls. In Northbridge, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
2 people died in those crashes yesterday, including a baby in Owatonna.
A fire destroyed part of the Minnesota Equestrian Center in Winona yesterday. Firefighters were called to the area just before noon. Crews arriving on scene found flames coming from the first barn and attached home. The center covers around 128,000 square feet and around 31,000 was lost. No people were hurt, but 2 horses and a cat died in the fire. The fire is under investigation.